Oh, but my okay, move over here.
And we are live.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm happy to be here tonight. We're a little bit earlier, instead of being what our normal schedule is. Um,
Yes.
if you wait until the first day of the month to figure out how exactly you're going to make money that month, you're already behind. And I tell agents that all the time, you're already behind because predictable revenue isn't created when the calendar turns, right?
Mm.
It's built in the weeks beforehand, especially when it takes 30 days to close something. So, tonight we're going to show you just exactly how to start seeing your revenue before you need it, right? And Shanitha, tell us tell us what else we're going to learn.
So if you don't know, we're doing something very different than we do on Mondays. Mondays is about diagnosis and discovery, but tonight we're about building, implementing, helping you get there. And by the time we finish, we want you to have a simple 30-day revenue runway in front of you. And you're
Mm,
going to know what revenue is already committed in your business, even though you may not have it yet. What revenue may already be closer than you think, what gap you're actually trying to fill, and
mhm.
what you need to do over the next 30 days to stop depending on hope alone. So if you can, grab a piece of paper because it is go time.
Yep, yep, yep. It's time to get the work done. So I think one of the reasons revenue creates so much anxiety is because we look at it way too late. We wait for the month to begin before we even get started, and
Okay.
that's a problem. Then we look at our bank accounts and we're like, ooh.
Ouch.
And then we look at our sales, like things that are already closed or not quite ready, like we don't have them all set up yet. And then we start asking, where is everybody? It's like we're expecting people to be there that we didn't even prepare for, right? So,
Mhm.
um, to me, what can I sell is the question. Uh, should I mean, and we're asking it all the time, right? Should I run a promotion? Is another question. One of those things that just comes up when your cash is tight, right?
Mhm.
Um, maybe I need to post something different. What should I post? That's another question we ask. And then, you know, now we're reacting instead of being proactive and starting before the month starts and getting ourselves ready to actually be prepared for the month. We already know we got residual bills. We need residual income.
And fix bills at that too. Shoot.
I'm saying every month, that fixed and residual every month. Like, don't think that the mortgage or the rent's not coming, honey, because it sure is.
Okay, so with that in mind, stop managing your revenue backwards, right? Most business owners spend a lot of time looking at what's already happened. Like, last month I had a client, maybe two or three. You look at last month's revenue, the sales, the numbers, and that's useful because we need to know, have a measure tool, right?
Right.
But you cannot redesign what already has happened in the past, right?
Nope.
You only have now. So we got to start looking forward and what's already coming, what's likely to happen, what and who's sitting in your pipeline, what needs attention right now, what's missing, and that becomes your revenue runway. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna share my screen really quick. We're gonna have a screen up for the whole time, probably anyway. But let's see.
Are we?
Yeah, it's a the graphic.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yes.
can you
I love
see
it.
it?
Yep.
All right.
I see it.
So if you can get a piece of paper and draw these four boxes: committed, emotion, needs action, and the gap. And we're going to fill them out together. Well, you're going to fill it out. We're going to help you get there.
Yep.
And some of you are about to realize that you aren't really starting from zero. You may think
Mm-mm.
you are. You just have to look at your business and look at it in this way. Okay. So let's get into box one, Teresa.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get into box one and talk about committed. So
Yes.
let's start with what you can already see. Let's start there, right? What revenue is committed over the next 30 days? So
Mm.
this could be contracts already signed, right? Retainers already paid, memberships, subscriptions. And we're talking revenue, not expenses,
Right.
payment plans, people who are paying you for things, deposits on file, recurring clients. So clients that are coming on a regular basis, they're going to be there every Tuesday at 4, right? Orders that have already been placed and
Mhm.
work that's scheduled and expected to be paid during the period of time, right? And I want you to just go through those things that are currently on your business books and write them down. We call that committed revenue. So what's your committed revenue?
So good. That's why you need recurring revenue, because committed revenue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now let's separate this all from wishful thinking. We all wish things could be a little bit different, but if
Mm,
somebody said, I've been wanting to work with you, that's not committed revenue, right? They haven't signed any contracts, they haven't put any deposits down, nothing. If
right.
somebody likes your Instagram post, that's not
Mhm.
committed revenue. I'm sorry.
No.
We're talking about the money you have a reasonable basis to expect to come in if
Mm,
you have membership, right? If you have recurrent revenue, maybe you have books out there that you have on retain, like things like that.
yep.
Start with committed revenue, okay?
Yep. Yep. So, and even this number can change. It can change how you feel. It can change how you see your business because instead of walking into a new month thinking, "Ooh, I need to make the whole budget,"
Mm-hmm.
like I'm so far away. Instead of thinking that, you may realize, no, part of the month is already built. Part of the month is already built. So that's different, right? It's a different feeling. It's not the same feeling as feeling like you're starting from scratch.
Yes. So let's get into box two. And this is in motion. Now we're going to look at money that is not committed yet, but it's
Mm.
already moving towards you. Hello, somebody.
Yeah.
So, who is currently in conversation with your business? Is it maybe proposals you sent? Have you sent out invoices? Consultations already booked? People already asking for your offer in some way? People who have requested information, maybe they opted into your lead magnets. Maybe you have warm leads. Maybe past customers who's expressed another need for you. Maybe say you have a service. Hey, I'm gonna come back next month. I need to get, I don't know, something from you. Or someone says, come circle back next month. Maybe you have referrals that were made but haven't closed yet. That can be applications, it can be quotes, it can be pending decisions. But whatever that's in motion, I mean, that's already in motion, write it
Yeah.
down, and not just a dollar amount, but what is the name and what's the opportunity at hand. So you can already think of some right now, because if you about your business, you're about your business. So think about the in motion opportunities right now for revenue.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you guys got that?
Oh, one part
Uh,
I missed too.
oh,
So when you write, if you're writing this out, you can write potential value of this in motion opportunity. So say for instance, you sent out a offer to a client and they paid the deposit and maybe they owe you the remainder. The potential value may be whatever number you put on that, and then maybe put the client name on there as well. So that's how you would write it down.
yep. It's money works, right?
Yeah.
This is how we work the money. And we work backwards sometimes to see how short we're going to fall and how much more effort do we need to put in, because if we actually know how much effort it takes to get one client to fill in that space, this might be a really good thing, y'all. Anyway,
That part.
and this is where I want you to notice something else. We're always being told, go find more leads, right? Uh,
Mhm.
get more followers, reach more people, and meet more people, and then connect with more people and convince more people. But how many businesses are are sitting on conversations that they never finished? Never finished.
Mm.
Bringing the connection piece, the know, like, and trust piece.
That part. And exactly. So sometimes the fastest path to revenue isn't finding a new lead.
Mm,
Hello, somebody. It's
mm,
following up with somebody who has already opted in before. So let's talk
right.
about this. New leads should not be your first response to every revenue problem. I mean, I had this aha and I was like, oh my gosh, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need more people at the top. And I know people say
Mm-mm.
that all the time, but sometimes you don't. You have to just take better care of the people already inside your business who already say, I know I can trust you. I already bought from you. And that's
Yes.
different.
Yeah,
You
that's
agree,
very different.
Teresa?
Girl, I mean, I couldn't say, we used to call it, so I used to call it in like the first 25, 30, well, first 25 years, let's just say that.
Mhm.
Even 15 years into building the business, there was a repertoire of people that I'd already served. And all of those people that I'd served had already experienced my business aptitude, the things that I did, how I did it, whatever. So
Mm.
we called it was stirring the pot. You got to
Mm.
stir the pot. And
Okay.
you gotta kind of stir that pot. If you can get a visual, stirring the pot of people that you've already taken care of, that makes all the difference in
Mm.
the world. And what happens is they're happy to hear from you because you remember them, and you're happy to hear that they're excited, and then they'll start automatically thinking, girl, I was just talking to Sandra the other day. She was asking me blase about the things that you do. So,
Yes.
and then that is how, when you stir the pot, you can
Mm.
bubble up some business.
Do you have an example, like a quick example of you like sold a house to one person and then multiple family members of the same family?
Might tell you about one that happened last week. I sold a house to a lady who bought it maybe 2.5 years ago. She called
Mm.
me and asked me to sell her house. And I discovered what the problem was, why she wanted to sell it, because she had only been there maybe 3 years,
Mm.
2023. And I'm like, why did you don't love your house? She said, well, there's this problem. So there was a problem with one of the bathroom issues, and we're working on that. I said, well, if it wasn't there, that problem wasn't there, would you still want to sell it anyway? So we
Mm.
got the answer to that. But in the midst of that conversation, she talked to me about her daughter actually moving back home. Now her daughter's
Mm.
in her mid 40s, and her daughter has a daughter that's in her mid, like 28, something like that.
Mm.
And she said, my daughter's back home. I told her I was going to give her a year. And her daughter's there, and her daughter is VA. She
Mm.
was a veteran. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I said, well, have you taught? I said, the best move you can make for your daughter, because this lady is probably 70, maybe not quite, maybe like 68 or something. And, getting up there. And the key is she's concerned about her kids,
Right.
not just her own self. We had this discussion about her kids. So I said to her, I said, well, and this is how you stir the pot, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking to her. We're getting further out, not just talking about what she came to me for, but just checking in on other things. So she had me over on Sunday evening to do a whole Zoom presentation for her daughter, her granddaughter, and her
Wow.
other daughter that wasn't even in town, just to get them all to consider purchasing their first home right here in Ohio. So
That's amazing. Wow.
stirring
Wow.
the pot, yeah.
Love it.
So let's get back to where we were.
The
Here's
whole woman.
yeah, that's also a whole woman issue, right? Because we're constantly telling a woman entrepreneur she needs to be more content, find more followers, do more networking, more outreach, more visibility, more activity, and eventually the solution to every business problem becomes more of her giving of herself. And that's not what we want. We don't want
Nope.
that. It gets exhausting. Uh it's a lot of energy. We want better use of what the business has already created and get the efficiencies into our business.
That part.
Mm,
So now look at everything that you have in your in motion box if you're writing it down or keeping a mental note. And beside each opportunity, answer one question. It's a very simple question. What needs to happen next?
mm,
How do we move it from in motion to committed? That's the question, right? So maybe is it follow up? Is it scheduling a call? Is it making the ask? Is it reconnecting or sending a link or whatever it is? Give every opportunity a next action. That is so important. A
mhm,
lot of people have things sitting in the back seat, and it's like that could be a revenue stream right there if you could
mm.
act on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And most of us, if we've been out here for a while, we can figure it out, even if it's to put together something that's giving value to people so that you can discover what the issues are, right?
That,
So
yes.
those kinds of things. So here's the important part. Put a date beside it, right? Don't just put it there and say sometime, I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Right. And
Because
one
tomorrow may
day.
never come, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not, I'll just follow up, put when, put Tuesday, put tomorrow, put next Friday. A task without a date has a funny way of becoming another thing sitting in your head, sitting on your desk, just something in your mind and making it so you can't sleep.
Yes. So now with that in mind, your third box becomes needs action. So it's
Mm,
very simple. What's the opportunity? What's the next action? What's the specific date? And that is where revenue begins moving again from
right.
needs action, from in motion to committed. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's get into box 4, the gap. Let's look at the number everybody usually begins with, and it's the revenue goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you want to generate $20,000 next month and you already have $8,000 committed and you have legitimate opportunities currently in motion. We're not going to count every potential dollar as guaranteed revenue because you can't. But
Mm-hmm.
now you're looking at the month with information instead of fear. So now
Mm,
you ask, what is the actual gap I need to build toward? So
right.
your worksheet, if you're creating one, will be your 30-day revenue goal,
Yep.
your committed revenue, your current opportunities, and your remaining revenue gap.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say
Yeah.
it too fast? That was good?
Nah, that was good, girl.
Okay.
But say it one more time so everybody can get it, right?
All right. So the actual gap I need to build toward, your
Right.
worksheet will say, what's your 30-day revenue goal? What's
Yep.
the committed revenue you already know coming?
Right.
What are current opportunities? What's the dollar amount? And what's the
Mm-hmm.
remaining revenue gap? For an
I like
example,
that.
if your
Yeah.
revenue goal is 20,000 and you got 10,000 committed, you got 5,000 in current opportunities, that means you got $5,000 remaining in the revenue gap.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right. Right. So you see how different that feels from I just need to make 20,000 somehow, like it's just going to fly out the sky. Now you're
Okay.
looking at a business and not a panic number, right?
Because we panic, do we not?
You know
So,
it, because the bills, residual bills, they're coming
uh,
residually.
all the time. So now here's a question I want you to really think about tonight. Like,
Mm,
how early can you see the money come into your business? How early can you see it?
mm.
Think about
Good,
it.
good
Can you
question.
see it 7 days ahead? Can you see it 30 days ahead? 60? Or do you only know revenue exists when the payment hits your account? Because that's a
Hmm.
very different level of visibility and really preparation. Really.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, you that tracking system and understanding what your turn times are very important.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. So, and we're not talking about just fortune telling, right? We're not talking about guesswork. Business will always have a certain level of uncertainty, but we're
Mhm.
talking about knowing about what's happening inside your business that every month doesn't feel like surprise, surprise, and surprise. Like,
Right.
you need to have some handle on it.
Or it will not handle you.
Mm,
That's the truth. So
mm,
let's talk about your runway number. So give yourself a number and don't be modest. Like, I mean, think about it. And then how much your next 30-day revenue goal can you currently see? So
mhm.
maybe it's 80%, 50, 25, 0. There is no judgment, but we know
Mhm.
business can be up and down.
Yep.
That is
Yep.
information you need. So write down or either, think about what's your current revenue runway. And
Right.
now we have something to actually improve on. We have an actual number to work towards.
And yeah, like you said, improve on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and the other thing is that we want to get to a point where we put those reoccurring cash flows in our business, to your point, the things that we said earlier, those cash flows, those monies that are reoccurring, we want to put that in our business and find things that we can bring to the marketplace that will fill in those gaps on a consistent basis. But so let's get to it. It just crossed my mind. Put your number in the comments if you are participating in this clinic. You don't have to give us the dollar amount. Just tell us what percentage. Like, is it 80%, 50%, 25%, or zero that is coming in over the next 30 days? Let's see what you can see right now. Let's normalize knowing what our numbers. Sometimes we just want to hide from it, like we don't even see,
Oh, okay. Because,
but
yeah.
let's begin to to tackle it and not hide from it at all. Matter of fact, make it one of the most important things we do so we don't have to hide from it. So we already know, we're confident.
Yes, that part. So let's build the rest of the runway for you. Let's get into implementation. And if there's still a gap, which it probably is, don't start creating 11 million new strategies.
Right.
Just choose your highest probability revenue move. So ask yourself, where is the next revenue most likely to come from? Right? Maybe it's existing clients or customers, past customers, warm leads, an offer you know works already, maybe a partnership, a follow-up conversation. So your job is not to invent something new and exciting right now, right?
Mhm.
Your job is to identify what already is working that you can't
Right.
see, right?
Girl.
So let's
Wait.
get into let's get into the 3 money moves. So now just
Money
choose
moves, money moves,
okay,
money moves.
money moves. So
Right.
now just choose 3 actions for the next 7 days. Like we're not trying to make you overhaul your whole life today.
Mm-mm.
Just 7 days from today. Okay?
Right.
And call these your 3 money moves. And
Mhm.
a money move is an action directly connected to creating or advancing your bottom line.
Right.
So it's not redesigning your logo. Let's be clear.
Mm-mm.
It's not
No.
it's not organizing Canva.
Nope.
It's not watching more webinars.
For
It is
sure
not
not.
spending 4 hours researching hashtags on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Those have a place and they have a space, but they are not money moves. Hello,
Mm-mm.
somebody.
Hello. Your 3 money moves might be follow up with 5 warm leads. And
Yeah.
you know who those are. You know who those people are. Reach out to 3 past clients. Now, I already told you, I call that stir in the pot. Right.
Yes.
Send 2 proposals that you've been sitting on that, it could be things that somebody needs that you can bring an answer to. You can just send out some proposals on that. Ask 5 happy clients for referrals. Clients or customers, depending on what you call them.
Mm-hmm.
And invite qualified prospects to a conversation. Maybe take them on a coffee date. Maybe do a Zoom
Okay.
meeting. Follow up with everyone who attended one of your events. That's a big one because sometimes don't even go back to it, right?
Yes.
And make your proven offer to the audience you've already built. Don't have to go and create a new audience. You can actually just go ahead and re-engage and send that offer out again.
I want to share a quick example. My realtor, so we bought our home in 2024,
Yeah.
and she sends we get stuff from her brokerage, and she keeps that top of mind. So I think it was 2 months ago, we got a package with clay ball that grows herbs, and it was just to me it was random, but now I understand she's making sure she stay top of mind when we move or even sell this property or make an investment property because she sends us every couple of months and it's
Yeah.
been 2 years.
Mm.
So it's so good. So now it's time to talk about your money moves. What is your money move number 1? What is money move number 2? And what is money move number 3? Put them in your calendar. I'm telling you, because predictable revenue requires predictable revenue activity. Don't talk about it. I'm saying it nicely. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Put it in your calendar.
Be about it, right? Be about it.
Okay. Let's get into a weekly rhythm. I'm telling you, the calendar, it will really change your life. It will help you, okay? Especially the scheduler that Therese, that is
Yes, y'all. Wait till y'all get to the
that
scheduler.
works. So listen, this is the part where I want to take you beyond this live right now, okay? So once a week, oh, I love this. Once a week, have a revenue runway meeting with yourself. Unless you have a partner
or a board of directors.
or board of directors, right? Have a revenue runway meeting with yourself or your partners for 20 minutes. Look at the 4 things again. Let me show you the box, the graphic one more time in case you didn't get a screenshot of it the first time.
Get that screenshot, y'all.
Yes.
Or you can just replay it. With this, since we're live, this will be out there.
Yes. So just make sure you look at the 4 things. Who's committed?
Right.
What's committed, not who. What's committed? What's in motion? What needs your action? And what is the gap? And then choose your next money move, okay? And that's it. Very simple.
Really?
Thank you, Tia, for watching on YouTube. Says she loves it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So imagine how differently you would lead your business if every week you knew what money was expected to come in, which opportunities were actually active, who
Mm,
did follow up, where the gap was, right? That's so important.
yeah.
And what mattered next, that creates a very different kind of confidence. We're not guessing. We already have a comfort level with how things are going to go. So now let's build a few revenue runway together. Let me get that straight. Now let's build a few revenue runways together, y'all. If you
Yes.
want us to work through yours, put runway in the comments.
Yes. If you're watching right now, we will work with you. Put runway in the comments. We have 3 people watching on YouTube right now, and we will work with you. You got 5 seconds. All right. Well, if you're too scared, all right.
That's
But
okay. That's okay. That's okay. But let me give the questions so you can begin to think about them. What's your 30-day revenue goal? Is it 5,000? Is it 20,000? Is it 1,500? Is it 500? What is your 30-day revenue goal? See, some of the people that are watching could be very part-time in this and have
yes.
full-time jobs and just have a revenue goal that's just getting started. So you need to think about that 30-day revenue goal. How much is already committed? Like, how much money do you know is coming in that is coming from your business? What opportunities are currently in motion? These are the questions. And which opportunities need action? Like, what do you need to do? Which ones do you need to do something with? What are the 3 highest probability money makers you can make next? What are they?
Because you do have them there. You just don't know it yet, but you do have them.
Mm, Go ahead, Shanita.
Yeah, so I love you said that, Teresa, that even if you are transitioning right now to a full-time entrepreneur, or maybe it's a side hustle, you too can still have a 30-day revenue goal. Doesn't matter how big or small, it doesn't matter what you want, okay?
And
So
let me say,
notice,
wait a minute. Let me say this in
oh,
between
I'm sorry.
time.
Yeah,
It's very important that you start it now, particularly if you're just getting started, because it is very difficult to rearrange once you're in full throttle. So if you just getting started, this is a good time to start. All right. So,
absolutely. So if you were talking to somebody, notice we won't give nobody 20 million strategies because we're going to help you decide what deserves your attention right now. That's how it works.
right,
We know that the whole point of WOBIZ is not to overcomplicate things for you. The whole point is to redesign businesses to make it smoother for you, right?
right.
That's the
And
whole
not to make
point.
our whole life all
A
about work,
mess.
work, work. Yeah, we need the reason why we work is to have a quality life.
That part.
Yeah. So I want to speak to the women who's looking at her page right now and realizing my runway is pretty short. Like I don't have a lot going on. So
We
don't,
see you, girl.
we do. Don't turn that information into a shame gang. We don't have time for that.
Mm-mm.
I want you to turn it into you becoming the leader, right? I want you to think you looked, and now when you look and now you can do something about it. Now it's within your sight to do something
Mm.
about it.
Yes. And that's the difference between operating reactively and
Mm,
leading strategically. So the numbers that you see or that you feel right now is not judging you. The
right.
number is telling you what needs you right now and your action. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So here's tonight's Woe Biz shift. Stop waking up every month asking, how much money do I need to make this month?
Right.
Start asking, how much revenue can I already see? And what do I need to do to make the next move?
That's a very different question. And your man already worked me think we hear that question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because predictable revenue begins becoming possible when you can see the road ahead. And you
Mm,
don't have to have everything all figured out. You just need visibility, movement, rhythm, and action.
yeah.
Okay. So this is where Monday and Thursday connect. Monday, our redesign lab helps you identify the break in your revenue path. Tonight, we gave you a way to watch that path going forward. Your revenue runway won't fix every problem by itself, but it will expose where revenue is currently moving and where it's
Mhm.
stalled and where you're depending on a hope instead of a process. And that's information that you can lead with, okay?
For sure, for sure. And this is bigger than even like keeping a spreadsheet and tracking everything. It's hard to rest when you don't know where things are coming. It's hard to be
Ooh.
present when your brain's constantly asking, are you going to make enough this month or next month? Right? We cannot remove every uncertainty from entrepreneurship, but what we can do is build business that gives women more visibility, more structure, more confidence, and more freedom if they can get these pieces down. And that all that
Mm.
matters, because success should honor the whole woman. And you know that's our motto.
I just love everything you said. So
Mm,
if you're building your revenue runway tonight and realizing I don't just have a revenue problem, there are other things in my business affecting all of this. And that's exactly why we create the WOBIZ Business Diagnostic. Sometimes the revenue problem is connected to visibility. Sometimes it's systems. Other times it's offer or maybe capacity. Or sometimes you're trying to carry the entire business all by yourself. Well, the
mm,
diagnostic helps you see the business as a whole so you can identify what actually needs redesigning right now. Okay. The link for the redesign, the assessment will be in the description box below and it's free. And it takes like 5 minutes to complete. Okay.
mhm. Yep. So before you leave tonight, I want three things written down. My 30-day revenue is, give us a percentage. Revenue runway is it 20%, 30%, 40%, 70%, 80%, right? Um, or my biggest revenue opportunity right now is, put it right there. Like, is it you? Maybe you can sell another house. Maybe you can,
Mm-hmm.
sell another, do another seminar and sell some coaching. Maybe it's doing, getting your book out so that you can begin to sell some product. I mean, what is it? Maybe you're building a team in, the hair business. I don't know. But whatever it is, you need to know what that opportunity is right now. And my first money move is, answer that
Mm,
question and do that first money move within the next 24 hours, right? So
please.
you don't have to wait until next month starts to find out whether your business has a plan.
Start looking ahead. Know what's already committed, what's moving, what needs action, and understand the gap. Okay.
Yeah, and then make the next smart best move.
Because predictable revenue isn't built one desperate month at a time.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's built definitely before you need it, right?
Yes. And when your business gives you more visibility, you get to lead it with more confidence
And that's the kind of business we're here to redesign, y'all.
because freedom is not found.
Freedom is designed.
Let's go. So, again, to take the redesign, to take the assessment and get your business health score, it's in the description box below. And you could take it and get an instant report about your bottleneck right now. So, it is in the link below. Thank you for
We,
watching.
yeah, man, listen,
Oh,
before you go, I want to make sure, since we do have some live viewers, that
yeah.
you like,
Yeah.
subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share, because we're giving really, really, I mean, if you found the information valuable, I
Yes.
found it very valuable.
I
Like,
did too.
subscribe, and share.
We was
Yes,
teaching it, right?
yes, yeah, but you got to like, subscribe, and share so we can get it out.
Yes.
It's the one thing you can do that's free that will help us reach the women that really need this information, right?
And what's your takeaway? Did this revenue runway even help you? I know it helped
Mm,
me.
yeah,
Think about the question you asked. Like, would you say, what is my revenue runway? Like, your man already working as you hear those kind of questions. It was a question. This was a question. How much revenue can I already see? And what do I need to move next? Like, your man begins to work when he asks the right kind of questions. Okay.
it
So
opens. Yeah,
thank y'all
question
for
opens the
watching.
mind. Yeah.
Yes, that
Yep.
part.
All
So yeah.
right, guys.
Any other
Good
things?
night. Next,
Bye
see you on
everyone.
Monday. Monday.
Monday, redesign live.
Yes.
And um we'll see them for the next challenge.
Challenge.
You want to give
Got
me?
a YouTube challenge coming up, y'all.
Yes.
Anyway, I hope you guys join us for that challenge.